Hi and welcome to Cakes and Conversations, and today we're going to make Lotus Biscoff truffles. I had posted on my Instagram stories that I'll be showing you how to make that and post a recipe of it. I'm really sorry that I couldn't do that on time, but however, I'm here now to teach them to you. So let's go and get started. In a bowl, we would be taking 1.5 cup of Biscoff biscuits. I have crushed here some of it. I need something which is powdered and something not like this. When I know that it's completely powdered like this, I will add 1.5 cup to a bowl. So let's measure 1.5 cup. Now I need 1/2 cup more. I did some before and I kept it, but they are very chunky because I usually keep them for brownies. We are having a little which we will use for decoration, so keep that aside. Then this is also for decoration, so I'm just keeping this aside. Then we are going to add 1/4 cup of Biscoff spread. You can use the chunky or the smooth one, whatever is available at your place or in your country. Here we get smooth and chunky both. This is a very simple recipe, which is a kind of a no-cook recipe almost. You can enjoy this along with your kids, like making with your kids. There's no fire or no stove or no gas, no oven, nothing. It's a very simple recipe. Then we are adding 56 grams of cream cheese. And I will be mixing it with my hand. Make sure your hands are clean. It's definitely going to make some mess, but that's completely okay. It's like a very easy, quick whip up dessert for your guests. Your kids would love it, your guests would love it. You can have it with black coffee, like anything in the evening. You need to mix it until you have combined all the crumbs and you see that there's a ball forming in like that, but I still have some cream cheese that's not completely mixed in, so I'll continue with this. If you see on my side, my white chocolate has been melted, starting to melt, and that is almost 130 grams of white chocolate. Of course, you may need a little more or less according to the recipe that you make, but with this one, I think 130 grams is just fine enough. You have to literally make like a dough. So if you see, I've just finished binding it all together. We don't want it to be very soft, so do not add milk or anything. We want to make truffles out of it. You will have a dough like this. Okay, so I'm just going to roll some truffles. I have a tray here. with me with a parchment paper. And 2 forks also for dipping the chocolate, mini forks. I'll just move this on the side. Get my chocolate. It's completely melted. Let's make some truffles and keep it on the side. You can equally weigh your truffles by putting it in a tablespoon and doing it, but I'm just randomly doing it for now. Or you can make any kind of a desired shape if you want, like if you don't want round and you want something which is like a cube or something. So please set it in a mithai tray, cut in cubes, put it in the fridge or freezer, cut in cubes with a sharp knife so that you have a clean finish. And then you can go ahead and dip them. This may crumble a bit, that's why I'm doing like a laddu. You know how we make a laddu? We keep rotating and pressing in the palms. Okay? And that's how I'm going to do with all of them. Once the truffles has been made, depending on the conditions that you wear, the place that you live in, so you can pop them in the fridge or a freezer for just a little bit, like 5-10 minutes. I have done them in the freezer for like 3 minutes and now they're completely nice and solid. Okay, so I have my white chocolate here. I'm going to dip them in, but before that, I'm going to spread some of my remaining biscuit spread on here. Because after I dip the truffles in the chocolate, I will be dropping them on this only for the base, so that my base is covered in biscuit, and on the top I will just do a little bit simple decoration. Okay, so my chocolate is melted and ready. Let's start covering the chocolate with 2 forks. Drop the truffle inside. Keep rotating with your fork. Let the excess drip. Sorry. Keep it on this. It's okay if the excess is dripping on that, it's fine. The next one, keep doing this for all the truffles. I'm just comfortable with 1 spoon, so I'm not using the other one. And let the excess drip off. That's completely alright. We just need a thin coat of the chocolate. We don't need it on like completely so thick ones. That's why even if your truffles have a little bit see-through of the inside, it's completely okay. If you still want to go with a thick one, you can just wait for your chocolate to cool down a bit more and then do it. Because more the chocolate is thinner or hot, it's gonna be, the consistency is gonna be a little thin. Don't worry about the fork marks or the mess a little bit. It'll settle down once your chocolate is gonna cool or chill or set. In the last few bits, if you see that there is some places where there is no chocolate, just flow it with your the remaining bit. Because it's the last one and the quantity is almost less for the chocolate truffle to be coated. So if you feel such case, you can just go ahead and drop a little chocolate. It will definitely fall down and we can take the excess off anytime. With a knife, we can just remove it off. Okay. Once that's done, allow it to set completely. If you have, either if you're using couverture, if you've tempered your chocolate correctly, or if you're using compound at the right temperature, it will solidify at room temperature itself. You don't need to put it in the fridge. I will just go ahead and decorate mine on the top. This is the ones that I've done the first. So and that's it. We have finished with the truffles. We'll just plate them on a very beautiful plate. So once the truffle has already been set at room temperature, it would look like this. And you can always clean up the excess like that. Okay, with a knife or with your hands. Since this is at room temperature and it is set at room temperature, the chocolate has not completely like solidified, so I can easily remove it from the with the knife. If you want to make them a bit neater, that's the only thing. Otherwise, I just like them. Like this one has a little, so much like on too much on the sides. So I'm just going to break it off a little, not so much. And the ones that I told you that I'm keeping on the biscuit, it's gonna have a base like this. So this looks very pretty. I really like them. If you see, you can remove the excess, but it'll still have a base like this. It just gives another crunch and a dimension to your truffles. So here are the truffles. I hope you enjoyed making them as I enjoyed teaching them to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy making them.